Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about one of the three of the most important things that I think that everyone needs to apply to their life to be successful. But most importantly, these are the things that I would say that changed my life, and things that I applied that really changed my life and helped me get out of the gutter from making barely any money. Like, I remember my goal was to make $2,000 a month. This was when I started YouTubing. Like, if you go back and watch my original videos, I would talk about how all I needed to do was make 70 bucks a day to make just enough money to get by. If you watched my videos way back then, comment down below. Let me know if you guys were sticking around, since basically when I was like struggling, I would talk about, I just got to make 70 bucks a day. That's my goal. Anyways, some of the three tenets that I really like, there's more than three, but these are the three most important ones. Number one, it is surround yourself by people that are thriving, whether it's emotionally, intellectually, financially, physically, ideally all of them. Being surrounded by people who are thriving in life is so goddamn important, because if you are surrounded by people who are not thriving, who are complaining, you really got to get out. Like, it's really important to be surrounded by people doing well. They don't have to be generally like super successful or anything, but they have to be doing well. And if you cannot find friends, because even for me it was like hard to find people that were like on my level of ambition, where like they're trying to really take over the world. It's something that I'm trying to do, take over the world one day at a time. Not literally, but like, if you can't find those people, because generally in like life it's very hard to just randomly come by people who are on the same level as you, who you get along with and stuff. You can go and find them on like Instagram or like Tinder. I'm just kidding. Maybe you can. I think you can actually find friends on Tinder too as well, but that was a joke. One of the things you can do is really like look for YouTubers. And one of the things that I have noticed is, since like one of the main pivots in life for me was going from like, I used to listen to a lot of music when I would drive around in my car and stuff, and since then all I've really started doing in the past few years is just watching YouTubers who are doing very well. Right now, the three people that I watch the most of, for a while it's been Patrick Bet-David. It still is Patrick Bet-David, Alex Hormozi, and Andrew Tate. I know a lot of people are probably going to get triggered at the last person I said, Andrew Tate. I'm not saying that I agree with everything that he says, but he is ultra wealthy. He does live a extremely lavish lifestyle that I would love to live, you know, like driving sports cars around and getting a bunch of girls and all that good stuff. It looks entertaining to me, and like, I find that just watching people who motivate you and who are living like a life that you want to live is very important, and it kind of it motivates you, you know. So if you can't find friends to be around, find good YouTubers. And for me, like, just watching those three YouTubers is really good motivation every single day. Like, honestly, like, whether or not the content is informational or whatever it is, if I wake up and I watch a video of Andrew Tate driving around Lamborghinis or something like that, it motivates me. It gets me motivated. And a lot of people get triggered by the stuff that he says, but it motivates me. Like, I don't get triggered by anything. You can literally call me any name in the world, and I will just be motivated by just watching whatever kind of content it is, you know? So find YouTubers that get you motivated. You also want to really like stay away from YouTubers that tell you, like, you have to find the disingenuous YouTubers, and because there's a lot of people out there who give advice and tell you to do certain things, they don't actually go and do it themselves. Like, try taking, like, you would never take, I don't want to say never, because there's a lot of fat personal trainers out there, but I would say you wouldn't like take fitness advice from a fat personal trainer. However, I was a personal trainer for years, and there was a few fat personal trainers, and I was just like, how are you gonna... Anyways, the second one that I think is very important is having a plan. Because if you don't have a plan, like, I've been playing a lot of chess lately, and I've really noticed that the longer you take your time and plan out your moves and stuff, the better you're gonna play. And if you don't have a plan laid out for your life and like where you want to go, then you're just kind of, like I used to say before all the chickens passed away, Like, if you don't have a life, if you don't have a plan for your life, you're just going to be a chicken walking around with no plan, just bumping into shit. You don't want to do that. Having a plan laid out for your next steps, which is why Patrick Bet-David's book, Your Next 5 Moves, is so goddamn important. That book is really good. It really, like, lays out, like, just knowing, like, I have a note in my phone written down where it says my next moves and what I'm going to be doing next. So that way, when I accomplish one, I can check it off and then I can write a new one below it. And always having like a plan is just such a crucial part of life. And the third step that I think is very, very important as well is self-reflecting. It's one of the things that I noticed when I had a I still have a YouTube channel, but when I was doing daily vlogs and every day, I would kind of just talk about whatever, right? It was a great way for me to self-reflect on things that I was doing, and I've noticed a little bit I have been slacking off since I have stopped doing YouTube every single day. So self-reflecting and making sure that you're actually doing something, because we all know that person that has all these ideas and plans and business ideas but never actually does them. Well, at least I know a lot of people that do that. So having a plan and like actually capitalizing on it, and like there's so many times where I've sat there and I thought like, oh, if I could just sit down and get this done, and then for days, sometimes months, it goes by and I just sit there and it's just like this note that I haven't actually capitalized on. Like, you have to make sure that you're really doing things. So having like a to-do list and actually capitalizing and getting it done. Because I remember there was a time where I was sitting there like, okay, I just gotta make a website, but I need to pay someone else to do it. And I actually watched a video of Alex Hormozy talking about this the other day, and I was like, man, that's the exact same shit as me. I was sitting there and I wanted to do a website, but I was like, I don't know how to do a website. So for the longest time I was like, I'm gonna do this website, and then it took me like 2 hours to build the whole damn thing, and then it was done. And then it was like, well, I just spent 2 or 3 months with this idea of making this website, and then it took me 2 hours and then I was done, you know? Most things, if you just like research it and actually just get it done, it usually doesn't take that long. So actually capitalizing and making sure that things get done, essentially having a to-do list is a very, very important thing. Like, having a to-do list is probably just one of the most important things that you absolutely need to have, just so that way you keep yourself accountable. So anyways, if you guys found this video informational, I just like giving out free information so that way you guys don't have to make the same mistakes as I do, and essentially, hopefully I can motivate you guys to be a better person. Anyways, I gotta go. We gotta go to work and do some flips and stuff. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace, guys.